So when I started this program, the ideals were to really develop higher level thinking, to focus on creative thought and critical thinking and all that sort of thing, and to try to do something different with the curriculum so that perhaps you could meld certain curricula, and you didn't have to teach them in lockstep, you see. And I think a lot of teachers do that, but how many models can you build, and how can you combine social studies with language arts, and how can I have an individualized math program, which I started the very first year, and all of that sort of thing. How can we do all of that? And we started it, and then rather quickly, probably within the first 5 or 6 years, it was pretty clear that the district appeared to want us to do it exactly the way every other school does it. You got to teach all the curriculum the way everybody else does, and that's the way it was. That's the message we got, and so we started doing it that way. And Brenda, my cohort, the co-teacher, she was very disappointed, and we were discouraged and that sort of thing. But we kept it going, because if you have some teachers that really understand really bright kids, at least you can ask the right questions in the classes, and you can help develop higher level thinking, and you use creative approaches to teaching in math and in social studies and all that stuff. So, we did a pretty good job, but it's changed. And as a matter of fact, I think right now, the biggest concern that we have at this point, if you think about the needs of really bright students, highly capable students, gifted students, if you think of the needs, oftentimes it goes right straight to the intellect, but it also goes to the soul. It goes someplace deep inside, because there's something extraordinary about the way really bright people think and the way they view the world and all of that sort of thing. And we have to reach in there and pull them out. Like, we want to hear you, and we want you to be a part of society, but we want you to be you. But I think in the end, what happened is that when you get lockstep into curricula, and you have to do this, and you have to do this, and you're going to get tested on this, and you're going to get tested at this time on this, and you better be ready to take this math test at this time, and yada, yada, yada. What happens is you forget that other stuff, and you focus on academics and curricula and grades and scores. And we're finding out right now that that's not the way we want to go. I think we're really tired of that. And we're tired of perhaps losing some of our brightest minds to the mundane curriculum and the mundane of doing that. That we don't have the conversations, the Socratic conversations we used to have. But what we have to do is we have to do that more, and we have to have them bring up the topics. What are the things that are affecting them in life the most, and how do we talk about that? And teach, and at the same time, as we listen and we have the conversation, we teach their fellow students to be better listeners and more empathetic and stuff. Here's the concern. The concern is that, yeah, as it gets larger, we seem to have to become more focused and more regimented, right? That's one thing. But the other thing that we have to keep in mind is that I think the bottom line is the teaching staff. If we could find teachers that had a true understanding of really bright kids and the needs, the soulful stuff, the conversation, that even when you're doing geometry or algebra or whatever, you can still say, we're going to have a conversation today.